In this short 5-minute video, I would like to explain the history and principles of editing. In 1838, the first picture was taken in Paris. There is about 29,000 films in the world, with about 7 being worked on at any second of the day. Editing is a form of manipulating information to make the audience feel different emotions when you want. For example, to create suspense, anguish, joy, or sadness. This can be done by the way of the Kuleshov effect. This is where you get the action and a response, but because of the way the pictures are put together, your mind will create different subtexts based on the following scene. The development in film truly began with Thomas Edison's invention of the 35mm film and the kinetoscope, which plays the film. Without these inventions, film would not be what it is now. Shortly after, the Lumiere brothers created moving film, and George Méliès created in-camera editing. In-camera editing is where the film is taken in a strict order, which means that once you are finished recording, the editing process is done. Compared to more recent films like Alfred Hitchcock's Jaws, made in 1899, where he paid attention to exactly how many seconds each shot lasted, which creates tension by playing with the notion of the unknown, and by playing with the emotions of the viewers, which is still a very noteworthy film. Even today, because of the way he made the unknowing more dangerous and aware to the viewer, it can make people scared by the thought of what might happen.
You know, a lot of people think that cutting is, or we'll say montage or assembly, is taking a man from one place to another and jumping into a close-up of him, which Griffith invented, it's true. But to me it goes much deeper. And as I say, the picture Psycho contained quite an amount of cinematic approach to this, to its basic content. In the first place, we had in it the murder of a woman in a shower, of a nude woman. Now, as you know, you could not take the camera and just show a nude woman being stabbed to death. It had to be done impressionistically. So it was done with little pieces of film. The head, the feet, the hand, the parts of the torso.
Shadow on the curtain.
Everything, you see, was used. The shower itself. I think in that scene there were 78 pieces of film in about 45 seconds.
In Star Wars 4: A New Hope, there is a scene in which an X-Fighter is fighting on the Death Star. Without any real context, we know what is happening because of the way the edits are put together. The scene goes like this. Interior, Red 2 screams, sparks shoot out from inside the cockpit. Lasers clash against the back of the X-Wing. Exterior, smoke trails off the back of the X-Wing as it descends to the surface, then crashes and explodes. Interior, Luke gazes downward, then forward. We can tell what happens by the action, and not the dialogue. An X-Wing has been struck down by enemy fire, causing it to lose control and crash. Luke is upset about what had happened, but carries on regardless. We know all this because our brain has processed the 4 images and made its own narrative to go with it. In Star Wars, George Lucas used a lot of dissolves, wipes, and the manipulation of diegetic time and space.